In the early days of science, the origin of the world, the birth of man, the raging floods and the twinkling stars can provoke the thinking of the ancients. In the process of productive labor in the struggle against nature, all kinds of incomprehensible natural phenomena, after the wonders of the ancients, became the myth we know, condensed their best imagination of the world. The so-called Pengu created the world. Nua makes man mending heaven. Foxy deduces gossip after Jedi Tiantong. A war in the kingdom of God has established the pattern of the world. Yang Huang Shiyu fought against Zhuolu. Emperor Yao and Emperor Shan enlightened the people. Hu Yi shot the sun. Dale Mountain chisel water control. Here the 3 emperors rule the world. The situation of the 5 emperors Dinglin gradually stabilized. Chinese classical mythology, mostly in bits and pieces, scattered among different texts. The reasons for this phenomenon are more complex. The main point is the transformation of myth into history. This is the intention of later Confucian disciples. The purpose, of course, is to safeguard the interests of the ruling class. More pragmatic. Make some gods more like humans. The behavior of mythical figures. Change it to something that can be understood. And when myth becomes history, it will inevitably be changed beyond recognition. Myths passed down by word of mouth are gradually dying. So in classical mythology, any mythical figure with a bit of rebellion are portrayed as evil gods, appeared in a negative image in history. For example, Xiu Dao's father and Hu Yi, etc. But that's why. Although the modification of the original appearance of the myth is very unpleasant, at the same time, myths have also been inadvertently included in many historical books, preserved in text. It can be said to be really fragrant. So, the interpretation of the Chinese mythological system is very complex. Myth and history, 2 lines that are both parallel and occasionally interlaced. There may be real historical figures in myths, and after real historical figures have created immortal exploits, will be elevated to God again. Different myths. It also reflects the social changes at that time and historical significance. Therefore, this series of videos uncover the system for everyone one by one. The mysterious veil of the ancient Chinese mythological universe. Restore his original charm. Of course, I can't just say it. Therefore, this series, Master of Chinese Mythology Studies, Yuan Kei's basic works as a reference, in his opinion, follows a trail of history, organize and analyze the ancient Chinese mythological universe. The whole series, divided into the opening chapter Yanhuan chapter, Yaoshan chapter, Wing chapter, the second voice and the largest Zhouqin chapter. Due to the numerous references to the content, each article is divided into 2 episodes for a more detailed explanation. Those romantic and magnificent stories. This issue brings the first episode of the opening chapter, the beginning of Chinese mythology. You have to start from the beginning. In classical mythology, there are not a few great gods with the ability to create heaven and earth, like Zhuangzi's fable about chaos. It includes the concept of pioneering. For example, it is mentioned in Huinanzi of the Western Han Dynasty. In the chaos of heaven and earth, 2 great gods of yin and yang were born. Then there are all kinds of things. Here's another example. Mother of the number of miles executed by Nan Liang. Not only can make heaven and earth, it can also produce Shike hosts. Too bad it's a foodie. Eat in the morning and eat in the evening. Character is too cruel. Unlike the creator. There is also an unknown founding god. Legend has it that it took him 7 days to create the world. The first day to create a chicken. Create a dog the next day. I didn't create man until the 7th day. Therefore, the 7th day of the first lunar month is also known as Human Day. In Northern history, one of the 24 histories, and it is recorded in Tansu. Does the 7th day of creation sound familiar? It's a fascination with the old saying in the Bible. Another example is Ying Long. He is not the kind of Taoist mythology in Journey to the West. Dragon King who is called around. It is the yellow dragon, true dragon. One of the 4 dragons that gave birth to the phoenix unicorn. More wings than the average dragon. remarkably similar to the feathered serpent in American mythology. I can only say that there are some things in this world that are not clear at all. Yin Long participated in many mythological events. Give Hichu and Foxy Fu to marry Nua. Shine in the Battle of Zhuolu. Assist Dale Water to open up the Dragon Gate again. There is a saying that a carp jumps over a dragon gate. Jump up the Dragon Gate and become a dragon. This Dragon Gate is from Yin Long. Among them, Yin Long remote soil. It is recorded in ancient books, said that the Yin Long opened up the land where the world lived, and Tangbai County in Henan. There is a legend called the Dragon Body Pangu. It's about Pangu who created the world. It's where Yin Long is. So Yin Long also has this ability. According to the Three Kingdoms era, described in Wu Guo and Zhu Zheng's 5 clusters of calendar. Pangusaurus head snake body. The wind and rain. Blow into thunder. Open eyes for day. Close your eyes to the night. This is very close to the Kendo dragon god in Shanghai Jing. The Kendo dragon is also a god-faced snake. No food, no drink. Open your eyes day and close your eyes night. They don't breathe. One breath is the change of seasons. The wind was blowing. According to Mr. Yuan Qi, Kendo Dragon God also has the ability and qualifications to create the world. He has left too many animal physical features. To put it bluntly, it doesn't look good. Therefore, the great work of creating the world still have to fall into the appearance. Pangu with double online character. Well known. Pangu was born in chaos. After the opening of heaven and earth, young king is the sky, cloudy as the ground. Pangu sunny day treads on the ground, raised the heavenly palace. So for 18000 years, finally exhausted. What about the body? Also turned into the world, mountains and rivers, everything. Wait. I don't understand myths. I'm just a punk. I seem to have seen it when I played Civilization Liu. That's right. The man who holds up the world on the cover of the game. It is Atlas, the Titan god in Greek mythology. Punished by Zeus. Support heaven and earth with your body. So similar to the story of Pangu. The things in the world are not clear.